Hello, we're going to do some prepping on some cases today on the Hornady Case Prep Center. Show you some of the cutting tools we got. Right here we got the inside chamfer tool, we got the outside chamfer, we got the bottle brush to run down into the neck of the bullet. I'm using on here primer pocket reamer, because a lot of military brass and other brass out there, once you take out the primer, you can't get the new primer in, and this tool right here will cut the primer pocket so that your primers will go in a lot easier. And then you got your primer pocket cleaner, some 223 brass, and we got our dial gauge. But you need to take your brass and run it through your turbo. I have the turbo twin. Clean all your brass back up, and then run it through your press. Get it resized. Get your old primer popped out, and then you can start running it through the case prep center here. We'll set this up over here. You're going to want to take a piece of brass, take your mic. You want to mic your bullets, find out what length you have. They want you to cut them down to the minimum 1.75. Max length is 1.76, because if you keep shooting them and you don't trim them down, the top of the bullet here is going to keep stretching. The whole bullet keeps stretching. When you load it into your gun, the top of it's going to pinch in the barrel, and it's going to cause more pressure inside. That's why they trim the ends down and do all the prep work on it. But you're going to set that into your shell holder, lock it in, and then you got down here on the bottom, you got your pilots. But you got all different kind of pilots here for 45, 30-06, 308, 9mm. You change out your pilots and your bottle brushes, what you need. Set your pilot in here, and there's a little Allen screw on the side. You tighten it, and it's ready to go. Then I usually take and I bring this down, check it, make sure when it's all the way, the handle's all the way down, that it's barely touching the cutter head. You can let it back up. This top knob up here is just your height up and down, and there's a locking knob on the back to lock it in position after you get it. Barely turn it down, do a little bit of cutting, take it back out, mic it, and if it needs a little bit more, adjust it down a little bit more until you get the right height, and then lock the back down, cut it, make sure you take it out. After it's done, check it, you get your right height, and everything's locked in, you're ready to go. You turn the machine on, set that back in, you'll run that down, all the way down, it'll cut it. After it's done, unlock it. And I got 17515, so that's good to go. And after that's cut off, you get your cut there, you go to your inside chamfer, you run that on there. That'll chamfer the inside out to where the bullet will slide in easier. Then you run that on your outside chamfer. That'll cut the outer edge off, because when you cut that, it burrs up the edge on there. You need to smoothen that out. Run it up under your bottle brush, clean the inside out. Turn it around here, run it through your pocket reamer, set that on your pocket reamer, run it in until it just touches bottom. That'll cut, on military brass, it'll cut the little edge off that's in there. And when you set it up on your reloader and press in your new primer, your primer will go in. If you don't cut that edge off, you'll have a hard time getting your primers back in. Then you take and you run that on your pocket primer cleaner. That'll clean the bottom of the pocket out. And then you got another nice new set of brass right there ready to load. When you start all over again, you'll put that in there. You'll run that down, trim that, put that off. Once you have this locked in and set, you shouldn't have to mic it, but about every 15-20 check it again. Then you run it on your inside chamfer a few times, outside chamfer, run it on the bottle brush, get that cleaned out inside, Pocket reamer cuts it. Pocket cleaner, primer cleaner, cleans it out in there. You got another set of brass ready to be reloaded. Thanks for watching.